the journey of writing and publishing it and getting it in your hand is just the first bit. The next bit is, well, now I've got to get out there. I've got to help sell it, become more visible. So, and a lot of writers kind of hit this one while they're writing the book. Oh, I'm not sure how visible I want to be. But you've got to be clear that once you've written a book, the publisher will want you to get out there. And if you're self-published, you've definitely got to get out there. Otherwise, nobody's going to buy it, you know. Unless you're just writing it for your family and friends and you can give them a copy, that's fine. So you need to get out there. And the way to do it is things like there's book talks. For example, Watkins Media, who I published The Enlightenment of Work through, they're very connected to Watkins Bookshop in just off Tottenham Court Road. So I went and did a book talk there, and I got videoed and stuff like that. There's workshops. I mean, because I've been in the business with alternatives, I kind of knew who the people were that put on workshops. So I've put on workshops, not just in England, but in other countries around the subjects of the book. So, and of course, this is a great way to start earning more money from the book, really, because in a workshop, people will pay you a lot more money than your $9.99 for a book. Yeah. So if you run talks and workshops on your material, you can start to own the material more and actually kind of start to make a living, because every author needs to make a living from the material. There might be conferences appearances. For example, I appeared in something called the Glastonbury Symposium on my last book, Personal Transitions, where 200 people from Glastonbury, or not just there, from around Britain actually, or some from around the world, were travelled around the world, come there and they hear all kinds of things about UFOs and crop circles, and I did my hour presentation as well, which got videoed. There's blogging. It's good to own your own blog, you know, write your own blog or write for other people. There are places you can go and become a so-called expert blogger. I don't like the word expert so much, but it's kind of, you are setting yourself up to be an expert, but not someone who knows as a know-all, you know. But
absolutely,
you've got to get out on social media, and I find YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram are pretty good, you know. Pretty good. Making videos. There are people who go, well, I got interviewed by a guy called Glenn Moore. He interviewed me for an hour. Another one, Simon Sutton, Simon on the Sofa. I got interviewed and he puts his stuff out there. There was another one, Sounds Orange. I don't think he's doing it anymore. So there are people who are interested in authors who can't, because, you know, the marketers want great content, you know, and so there will be people out there interested in your content. And you just got to go and find them. So if you've written a book on, you know, gluten-free cakes, there's going to be kind of places where you can go and write about that, or do interviews about that. Or if you've written a book on, you know, how mindfulness can heal your body or heal stress, there's going to be different places. Just kind of you get to find out. But also, the more you're out on social media and visible, people start to find you.
Yeah.
You know, I have messages saying, oh, would you like to link up on this magazine, and would you like to do that? So that's the exciting thing, when you're not just doing all the chasing, where people actually find you, which is great, really.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of people's fear is being seen, and that's their maybe final stumbling block to taking the leap to approaching a publisher, is that some part of them doesn't want to be seen, and to get their message out there. And I think learning these tools, a lot of people hear this and feel overwhelmed that there's so many directions they can go down. But I can tell you from the people we host at Alternatives, a lot of people will just take one or two of those strategies and do it really well. So they'll have a really good blog and they'll be really good on YouTube or something like that. So you don't have to do everything. You just have to be authentic and provide, like you said, provide good content where you are visible. And that will be enough, and people will find you if you just keep putting good content out there. It will give people a deeper relationship with the book you've published, and it will make, you know, your message stand out more in the world. So it's a really organic process, I find. And coming to a day like this that we're doing, Publish Your Book, you can hear about all these different strategies and just see which one you're drawn to. Whichever one feels comfortable to you and exciting to you, that's the one you should go for and be drawn to. And we've got experts on the day from Watkins Publishing coming to speak about every single different part of the journey. So to demystify it for you. So if you feel like it's a world you don't know anything about, this will lay out step by step, take away all the mystery, and you'll have a game plan for what to do next. So anybody who's listening, even if you're on the fence about wanting to publish, just come along and see, hear from the experts how easy it can be, and meet like-minded people and get a support system. And I think that would really help.
Yeah. Well, actually, the one in 2013 wasn't the first one we did at Alternatives. So we did several of them, and we just had a couple of years break, I think. So I've seen several of them, and they're all of them were very inspiring. I mean, I've been in the kind of business for a while, but I learned stuff just listening to the authors give their stories. You'll get the whole journey from before, during, and after, and also from the publishers as well, giving, there'll be, I think, the managing director of Watkins will be there giving an overview of the whole industry of Mind, Body, Spirit publishing. There'll be, I think, somebody from sales and somebody from the editing section. So you're going to get exactly what it's like. Which, when I first did publish a book, I was very new in the industry, and I was just very interesting to hear these people, and very inspiring, to be honest.
It is inspiring. I think a lot, especially hearing from the authors. In the afternoon, we have 4 of the Watkins authors coming to speak about their own journeys, and you'll hear about their fears and their doubts and the stumbling blocks and everything that you're probably feeling. You're sitting there watching them, and they'll go through it, and that is really enlightening, hearing from 4 different perspectives. And I know you're one of the authors, Steve, and you're presenting the day. And we also have Alison Davies, Catherine Wilcom, and Tom Fortis-Mayer, who some of you will know because he did the last Monday night talk at Alternatives for the summer, and he wrote a book called The Free Mind Experience. So, and a lot of our audience are fans of his, so he'll be there to share his experience of writing his first book as well, which I'm sure will be fascinating.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. So we're really looking forward to that day. It's on the Saturday, the 28th of November at the Columbia Hotel. So if you visit alternatives.org.uk to book your tickets, and it will have more details about the day on the website. And Steve, do let us know what you're up to next. So I've seen a little bit about your conscious media.
Yeah, so I'm doing this conscious media platform where I'm interviewing a lot of authors because it's just something I love doing at Alternatives. I'm also running a live events platform down in Clapham Common with lots of kind of authors and a whole range of, not kind of the A-listers like Alternatives does, but people that I find interesting. I have got an idea for a new kind of website where I'm pulling everything together: live events, podcasts, and also probably e-courses and e-products. So that's the kind of idea I have at the moment. I'm still coaching authors. If anybody's interested, they'll find me on my website, stevenobel.com, which is BEL. And generally, drinking tea in nice tea shops. Venetia.
I know you're a big tea drinker.
I am.
Well, that's fab. Well, if any of you want to connect with Steve, he will be there on the day. But for now, thank you so much, Steve. It's been a really interesting conversation and lovely speaking to you.
Yeah, great. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Take care.